folks.
Hello, everybody.
I don't even know if anyone's here yet. We're just going straight balls in.
Yeah, we're just jumping in. We're just jumping in. No prep time.
No prep allowed.
So much grinding. We have our Baffle has so much grinding to do, but I also have grinding to do because I'm also playing Arceus.
We're just going balls to the wall.
Yeah.
Diving in to this shit.
Yeah. No rest, only just fucking straight into it.
No rest for the weary.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I've posted in all my things.
I've almost
I hope so.
done it.
Oh. I got a thing in my chat from Frosty Tools that was like an important update on the state of Frosty Tools.
Ooh, okay.
Please check the Discord announcement. I'm not joining your Discord. Sorry, folks. Sorry, Frosty Tools. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, sorry, Frosty Tools, but we're not gonna do that. You will not draw us into your Discord.
Yeah. I ain't doing that shit, sorry.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing? I'm gonna...
I'm eepy.
You're eepy?
Yeah, I'm a little eepy.
You're a little eepy?
Yeah. I'm an eepy little skelly boy.
You're an eepy little skelly?
Yep.
Okay. Let's dive into game.
Yeah.
Should also make sure people can hear you.
Yeah, that would be important.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, unless you just want them to be the entire time like, yo, who's this blinking skeleton over here?
Yes, Mousy, I did know how you had a broken ankle. What about it? Is it better?
Did it get more broken?
Less broken? Ideally?
Yeah.
Mousy's broken ankle
get more broken.
broke. Of course it did.
Fuck. That sucks.
Oh, whoops, I forgot to go on Do Not Disturb on Discord. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna disturb the fuck out of you on Discord.
Well, I'm on Do Not Disturb now, so you can't.
Oh, but I shall by disturbing everyone.
Okay, team
with
recap.
My mere existence.
Team recap. We got Lust the Curlia.
Oh.
We got Brimstone the Numal. We got Darkblade the Umbreon. We got Deathgun the Laron. The recently Laron.
Finally a Laron.
Finally a Laron. We got Malice the Breloom.
Yep. Who really overcame his anger issues. Proud of him.
Got Gluttony the Carvana. The goal is I want to get everyone to at least level 30, if not more.
Higher. Yeah. And I am currently playing Arceus because I have a problem. And that problem is I don't have enough fucking Bidoofs.
You don't have enough Bidoof?
Yeah, I don't have enough Bidoofs to meet the Bidoof quota.
Okay.
And the Galaxy team will break my legs if I don't get enough.
We are going to make a new challenge. But no, I wanted to continue one. I lied. Fuck. Hang on, go back. Undo.
No.
Undo.
Oh god.
Fuck!
No, everything's fucked.
Yeah, so, for those who haven't tuned into this, I am the one playing. Death is here to experience the game.
Yep.
Because
And
you've never experienced it.
yeah, I've never experienced it in its entirety. I've like seen some clips and stuff.
Yeah.
But I've never like actually experienced the full game. I've seen the entirety of like the first Shadow Pokemon game. I've seen the entirety of Colosseum.
Okay.
But I have never seen the entirety of XD. Which also, I love that it's called XD.
XD? RAR XD?
Yeah, RAR XD. Pokemon RAR XD.
It's a name that has not aged well.
Yeah, probably not.
Sailor Crestly.
Also, like all the names in the game, it sounds stupid in retrospect.
The names in the game have aged great. What are you talking about? They're beautiful names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gonna name any of your future kids after any of the characters here?
I might name my future kid Crestly. You don't know.
Oh, so you're just automatically gonna start its life by hating it. I see. Great.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I might name my future child fucking Gonzap. You don't know my life.
Oh my god.
Know what
Baffle
Death needs
starts
to
off
experience? What does Death need to experience, Mousy?
What do I need to experience? Tell me this thing.
Mousy will name child Mirror B. Specifically Mirror B.
Whoa, okay. I just saw the weirdest fucking glitch.
Oh.
Like, I know you guys can't see what I'm seeing, but like, that fucking Bidoof just went and climbed up a tree. It levitated up to like the top of the tree, and I'm a little weirded out.
Death needs to experience a 48-inch butt plug.
Why?
Yes, why?
Yeah, I'm questioning. Why do I need that exactly?
Why not? I mean, fair enough.
Okay, I can't argue with that reasoning.
Yeah. So, Death.
Yeah.
We were talking about Pokemon spin-offs.
Yeah.
And how fucking good some of the Pokemon spin-offs are.
Yeah, like, and how they're better than most of the current generation games. Like, at least in my opinion. Okay,
Yeah.
So since I'm playing Arceus, I'm obviously going to talk about Arceus.
Yeah, of course.
So what I like about this game is that the Pokemon feel like actual creatures in this game.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the game's not perfect, but like, they could definitely use some more like actions while they're in the wild, like maybe moving around or playing with each other or something like that. But
Brimstone,
it
no.
Oh no, Brimstone died.
We're
What a
just
shame.
grinding today, by the way, folks.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah,
will be a lot of the stream of just me beating shit up and us talking.
Yeah, we're just gonna be vibing today.
It's a vibe sesh.
Yeah. But, like, they feel alive. They feel like actual creatures.
Yeah.
And instead of just stats in zones.
You know what game I actually really, really love for that?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even a game that has, like, really Pokemon gameplay, but it is a Pokemon spin-off.
Yeah.
Both normal and new Pokemon Snap.
Yeah.
Those games are so great for just like, yeah, here's a very cute scene of the Bidoof playing with each other. Here's fucking Pichu, Grookey, and Scorbunny, and they're all playing hide and seek together.
Yeah.
Like, that's so cute!
Yeah, that's so amazing because we get to see these creatures being actual fucking creatures. Yeah, you want to know, like, what most of us did when we were kids? We fucking imagined ourselves as Pokemon trainers.
Yeah.
We imagined ourselves at, like, throwing Pokeballs, calling out our Pokemon, and, like, battling in championship fights and shit. We all, like, lived that fantasy, and, like, very few games actually gave us that. Like,
yeah.
the mainline games feel so stale, and I know you said you like Scarlet and Violet, and I can see why people would, but like, for me, it just felt like another Pokemon game.
Yeah, no, and here's my thing. I'm absolutely one of those people that I'm happy with it being just another Pokemon game.
Yeah.
I like Pokemon. I don't give a fuck if Pokemon stays exactly the same for 10 games in a row. I just have fun playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
So, that is part of it for me. But I do understand the, like... Sorry, I'm trying to open my, my toffee here.
Yeah.
But I do understand, like, why people prefer shit like Legends Arceus. Because it's something different.
Yeah. It's something fresh and new, and it just feels a lot more fun.
Yeah.
Like, another thing too, like, one of the biggest things for me too is that in Arceus, and I'm gonna bring up another creature catcher, Cassette Beast.
Hell yeah. Fucking love Cassette Beast.
Another thing that I love about both of these games that the mainline Pokemon games never really give me is I feel like my character in these games actually matters.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Like, in the mainline Pokemon games, I feel like all your character is, and like, why did they even bother to add like character creation to this? But like, I feel like your character in the mainline Pokemon games could be replaced with an actual brick that just barks out orders, and it would feel just the same.
That's fair.
But with Arceus, I'm actually in the field. I don't like strictly need like an active Pokemon at all times to participate in anything. My character has agency in these games. They matter. They're not just the coach on the sideline who barks orders at the real star and then like goes on their phone to check Twitter while the real star takes care of business.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of the spin-off games just take the Pokemon formula that people know and love.
Yeah.
And do interesting things with them. Like, hi Matt, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well.
Hey Matt.
But like, you know, Arceus was a breath of fresh air because it was still like the kind of turn-based, you use your moves, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it still had that familiarity, but it was different enough to give us a new experience.
I also just like, it felt fun. Like,
yeah,
I'm a big fan, and I was experiencing this a lot with Next Fest, playing demos from that.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Daka!
Hello.
Like, I love games that just moving around feels fun.
Yes.
Like, Breath of the Wild is one of my favorite examples of this, because I spent hours playing Breath of the Wild and not progressing, but just exploring and moving, because moving around in that game feels great.
Yes. And again, that's another thing that Arceus does. That
Yeah. No, that's what I was gonna say.
Pokemon. Yeah.
That's my biggest praise for Arceus, is that, like, moving around and just fucking sniping a Pokemon from afar with a Pokeball is fun as fuck.
Yeah, that feels so amazing when you do that. It feels like the best goddamn feeling in the world. And another thing, too, is, like, how the action doesn't stop. Like, you can toss out your Pokemon to go and grab acorns from a tree without stopping. There's not a text box that pops up and says, oh, you sent out Wurple to go and get some acorns. Oh, Wurple came back with 5 acorns. That stops the action literally every 5 fucking seconds. You throw out the ball, the Pokemon gets the stuff, and comes back with it the next second. It does not interrupt your flow.
This
And I
chocolate
think that's
tastes
one of-
very off.
Huh?
Sorry, I have this, like, chocolate toffee candy that I'm obsessed with.
Ah.
But this one, the chocolate tastes very off.
Really?
Apparently it's still fine, according to the best before date.
Okay.
But it tastes not right. And I'm hesitant to eat more.
Well, if you get diarrhea later, you know what to blame.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like... Oh, man. There's been rumors about it, and I'm still hoping that it's actually going to happen. There's been rumors about a Legend Celebi. If that happened,
I want that so bad.
I'd lose my fucking shit.
Yeah.
And
no,
I've said
so
this,
fucking
I
same.
said this on stream before. I don't remember who I was with, but I was talking to someone. It might have been you, Death. I don't even fucking remember.
Yeah.
But
Probably.
Celebi would be perfect to play off the fucking, like, Scarlet and Violet paradox thing.
Yeah.
Because Celebi is the time travel Pokemon. We could have
Yeah,
both a past and a future version of Johto.
Yeah. Yeah, like, not even just that. Here's the thing. With Celebi being the time travel Pokemon, and if they actually, like, go the same, like, kind of gameplay style, where, it's, like, it's not necessarily open world, but it's kind of like Monster Hunter. Think about it. You could have so many fucking areas and not just one region. You could have multiple regions through multiple different time periods.
Yeah.
With multiple versions of Pokemon. The creativity for this would be endless.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And I also, like, going to other spin-offs now, like, I don't know, there's just... I like Pokemon as is. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm one
I
of
think
those
that's
people
okay.
that will happily play any fucking standard-ass Pokemon game they throw at me because I just have fun with it.
Yeah.
But, like, something like Pokemon XD and Coliseum feels so cool because it's like, oh, we've got double battles now. That's something that we've kind of seen, but, like, double battles for every battle? That's a lot.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, we can steal certain Pokemon? That's so cool. I know it's just these select ones, but that's a very neat mechanic.
Yeah, it literally is. And it's one of the reasons I wish Nintendo and Game Freak and the Pokemon Company would be less afraid of taking the tiniest tiptoe out of that box.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with liking the Pokemon games as is.
Mm-hmm.
But even you who likes the Pokemon games as they are can admit that, yeah, the series is kind of stagnating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's not something you can ignore.
Her spot monitor's responding. I don't even remember where we have a spot monitor thing set up.
I couldn't tell you either.
I want to say it's at the Oasis Pokespot, because that's where we need things.
Yeah.
Oh, Rock and Oasis. What do we need more that's... What do we need that's at the Rock Pokespot?
I wonder, actually. Hold on. Let me look those up. Because I know both areas we need rare Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, we need the Surskit from the Oasis one. I remember that.
Yeah, we need 2 of those.
Didn't we catch one?
Did we?
I thought we
We're gonna
did.
have to check our box.
Yeah. It's been a fucking minute. Oh! This is where we find the Bonsly. That's why we have it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm just gonna kill this Sandshrew.
Alright, so we've gotten 2 trap pinches. Yeah, at the Oasis we need a Surskit. And have we already gotten 2 Whoopers?
I don't know. I know we for sure have 1. I don't think we have 2, though.
Yeah.
So I might need to put some Poke Snacks in the cave one, too.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check our boxes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also, like... I don't know. I think some of the Pokemon spin-offs are really fun. And there's more shit you could do with those ideas. Like, I don't know. I really liked Let's Go. I think Let's Go is super fucking fun. I know it's more Pokemon Go-like gameplay, and not everyone's into that. But I think it's fun. I think it's a nice, chill time. And, you know, it's a nice, easy Pokemon game.
Yeah, definitely. As long as you're not going for, like, all of the master trainers as well.
Oh, God. Okay, we got Mud Puppy. I don't think we have another one, though. Yeah, I think we just have the one.
Okay.
And I see the one Trapinch.
We already traded 1 Trapinch.
Yeah, so we got the Larvitar, I think is what we got.
Yeah,
I don't know where he is, but... Where the fuck is he?
Did we get that?
Or maybe it was Metatite? I know you get Larvitar for one of them.
Okay,
it was Metatite. It was Metatite, because Metatite's not named.
Okay.
You get... Hi, Clay! You get Larvitar, you get
Clay.
Metatite, and I don't remember what the third one is.
But it's probably...
It's whatever we get for Surskit.
Okay, whatever we get for... Okay.
I'm pretty damn sure. I'm looking at what Dukingle gives us. God, I love this music.
And honestly, like, it's not to say that every Pokemon spin-off game was perfect. I mean, look at Hey You Pikachu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but there's some that are genuinely really fun, and...
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Pokemon should use that to their advantage.
Yeah, it should branch out, because at this point, like, there's so much potential. Like, and if they're all about fucking profits, then why not sell us more games?
Yeah, honestly.
Like, fucking, what? Do you only want a specific amount of money and don't want any more than that? What the hell are you talking about?
Give us ways to play the old games again.
Yeah.
Genuinely, don't give us Gen 5 remakes. Just give us Gen 5, but the ability to play it on Switch.
Yeah. Also, voice acting. Just fucking put voice acting in this game.
I don't give a fuck about voice acting in Pokemon. I'm gonna be real. I know a lot of people really want that, but I think that would be weird. I'm okay with the Pokemon making, like, sounds, but...
But you wouldn't be okay with the people talking?
I think that'd be weird, personally.
Okay. Alright, what is Meowth's edgy name gonna be?
What is Meowth's edgy name? It needs to be edgy. For those wanting to suggest things.
Hydrate!
Yeah, it needs to be like
I will
Sonic the
hydrate.
Hedgehog
Thank you,
OC.
Clay. Also, I need more water. I wonder if I yell Captain's name loud enough. Do we have Greed already? I don't think we do, actually. Which does make sense for Pokemon who, you know, has Payday as their...
Yeah, actually, that makes 100% sense. So, yeah.
Even just Greed. Greed. I would like if they translated Pokemon to Portuguese. Have they not? That surprises me. That out of the many languages they do?
Yeah.
Portuguese is not one of them?
That's fucking weird.
That is weird. Clay, I'm terrible, and that redeem still hasn't gone away, even though it should. I can give him head pats.
Yeah, I'm gonna refund your points, Clay.
Yeah, I'm still not able to give him treats. Because of his diet.
Yeah. He's still on a special diet.
Yeah. The kitty needs special food to make his, you know, urinary tract not a problem. So we can't give him treats and shit.
I wonder if I can turn that off.
I don't know if you can. I've just gotta remember to disable it. That's all it is.
Yeah. Okay, buy some more Pokestacks. And put more in the rock Pokespot. Clay, why are you stealing the cat's treat bag then? Why are you stealing it?
I mean, he's not gonna need it for a while, so honestly, I support it. Go for it. Okay. Can you pay me back the, like, $3 I spent on it? I'm very poor. Please? That's not true. I'm not that poor.
Yo, you too?
I'm poor right now, but that's just because I'm waiting to get paid.
So you can feed the strays around your place?
Okay, you know what? That's a noble goal. Matt, Redeem, tell me about a musical. Do you have a preference on genre? I know so many musicals. If you say literally any genre, I'm confident I can give you something.
She's not kidding, too. She knows so many musicals.
Does it exist? Chances are I've heard of it.
Yeah.
It's on me. What's one that I haven't talked about? Sci-fi? Sci-fi musical. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Hang on. Eh.
Bless you.
I guess. Like, musicals, like, be more chill and...
Oh no, we made Bapple make a decision, now she's frozen.
I'm thinking! You know what, I'll just talk about Be More Chill. Okay, so Be More Chill is a musical about a boy named Jeremy, who, you know, typical, like, high schooler, like, huge fucking loser, nerd,
Yo, him too?
like, basically just wants to be noticed and wants to be cool. Typical, you know, like...
Typical high school stuff, yeah.
Typical cliche high school story shit.
Yeah.
So, the way he goes about this is basically he learns about something called a squip, which is kind of a like microchip or microchip supercomputer type thing that gets embedded into your brain that its whole goal is to just help you be popular. So he, you know, does this. The squip kind of helps him, like, make friends with all the hot girls and be more popular and, like, get his crush to actually notice him and shit like that. But it's, you know, a supercomputer inside his brain that then tries to take over the entire school and, you know, just...
That sounds kind of like the movie Upgrade.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. And I imagine the musical was released first, so I would imagine that Upgrade might have been based off of that.
I know this musical was specifically a book first, I want to say.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a fun one. It's not personally one of my favorites. I just think, for lack of a better term, for lack of a better way of explaining this, it's written with a much younger crowd than even me in mind.
Okay.
And keeping in mind, I'm, you know, 26. So, it's written with, like, fucking Gen Z, like... But even, like, my sister, who is now 19... 20? 19. How old was my sister?
Okay.
Fuck. Like, even she wasn't a fan of it when it came out. So it's, I don't know, it feels very, like, high school teen. In mind.
Okay.
Which isn't a bad thing. It's just, like, it's not... If you're older, chances are you probably won't be as big a fan of it. I know it didn't do well on Broadway, mostly because Broadway audiences are, rich old people. Like, so...
Rich old fuckers.
Yeah, I mean, those are the people that have money to go see Broadway musicals.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair, I guess.
I was debating talking about Wicked, especially with the Wicked movie trailer recently, dropped.
Oh, yeah.
So, if someone wants to redeem another Tell Me About a Musical, I'd love to talk about Wicked. I'm just joking. You don't need to indulge me like that.
What we do, so you can constantly go on and on about musicals. And D&D.
Yeah. I have redeems for both.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you want, like, D&D stories, you know, go ahead and click that, redeem.
Yeah. I got so many.
Yeah. Just so many. And you might hear some about, like, her various Apple forms.
Yeah.
Like, actual stories where she used the actual characters in a game.
Mm-hmm. There's some fun ones.
Yeah.
But
actually, you know, since we brought it up earlier, I kind of want to talk about Hey You Pikachu.
uh-huh.
How did they fuck that up?
I think just at the time it was one of those things where it's a really cool idea, but there was only so much they could do with it, so they barely did anything.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Like, yeah, it kind of does, but like at the same time, like in the same vein, I have to point out, like, okay, how did they make this game the most boring thing possible? Because think about it. We had Pokemon Snap at the time, which was a game about just taking pictures of Pokemon. No kid wanted that ever. Yeah, no kid wanted it ever, but it was still a really fun, great game that we didn't know we wanted.
Yeah.
Then we had a Game Boy game about playing the existing Pokemon card game, and that was a good game. And then we had, like, again, no kid wanted that. No kid was clamoring for that game.
You tell me you weren't clamoring for a video game based on the card game?
Nope.
I wasn't.
Were you?
I
Okay.
I like remember playing the card game as a kid, but I don't think I ever played it right.
I don't think anyone ever did. But yeah, no kid asked for that, and it was still ended up being a fun game. Now, a game where you have your own pet Pikachu that you can talk to and go on adventures with. Every kid fucking ever wanted that game, and they somehow made it balls-tastically boring.
Thank you, sweetie. You're the best. Sorry, I messaged Captain to bring me another Diet Coke.
I mean, that's fine. He's Skeleton Butler. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh my god, now I want him in, like, a butler costume. That's art I'm commissioning.
Yeah, do it. Commission it. Do it. Fucking absolutely do it. Captain Butler.
Him as a butler and me as a maid. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, actually, if you don't commission that, I'm fucking doing it. But yeah, like, how did they make a concept like that boring? Like, even with, like, the limited technology at the time, I feel like they could have done more to make it a little bit more exciting.
That's fair. Also, do you know what just happened?
What?
Lust hit level 30, y'all. You know what that means.
Oh no. Oh no. It's happening. The Infinihorny. Here it comes.
Alright. Everyone get ready to drop trow.
Yep. Fucking alright, here we go.
There's Lust!
Oh, yep, there we go. Okay. Apple, you know what to do. Bust out that cologne case.
Alright. Beautiful. Okay, now
Finally.
that Lust is level 30, we can start training someone else, primarily.
Now that Lust is level 30, the horny jokes can begin.
I'm gonna put Darkblade up in front.
Yep. That's a rare thing to see our first Pokemon falling in level behind anything else.
Well, we were so focused on just... I was so focused on getting Death Gun to evolve for a while.
Yeah.
That I was like, Death Gun's gonna be in every fight until Death Gun becomes a Lairon, at least.
Yeah. Fucking absolutely. Yo, do we think we can push until he becomes an Aggron?
Oh my god. That's like 40-something.
Jesus. Yeah.
They could make it a Nintendogs Pokemon game. That would be very cozy. Yo, I would fuck so hard with Nintendogs but Pokemon.
Oh my god, why the fuck haven't they done that?
Just a cozy, like, Pokemon... We kind of have that in, like, Pokemon Camp, Pokemon and Me type things in the later gens. But no, give me that, but that's the entire game. Like,
yeah, why doesn't Game Freak do this shit? Like, honestly, I'm just like, do you guys hate money for some reason?
No, they just hate fun.
God. Fucking honestly, that might be it. They just goddamn hate fun.
You know what's... Sorry, going in a completely different tangent, but related. You know what's a Pokemon game that I've never... A Pokemon spin-off game that I've never played, but I've heard is actually pretty good?
What?
Pokemon Conquest. It's...
I heard of one too.
Pokemon meets the Japanese game series Nobunaga Ambition, which is like a tactical RPG.
You know, I can see that actually being pretty boss.
Yeah, no, I've never played it, but I really want to.
Yeah.
Specifically, I want to play it for the first time on stream, because I'm like, I love tactical RPGs, I love Pokemon.
Yeah. And like, okay, so here's the thing. I could see that being really cool because, y'all remember Lieutenant Surge mentioned there was a fucking war.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is one of those, like, something like Ore here, where it's a region that's not actually canon.
Yeah.
That's basically like feudal Japan. But...
Yeah. But like, yeah, but that, well, the reason I bring that up is like the idea of Pokemon being used in warfare.
Yeah. No, that's kind of cool.
Like, really think of that concept there. Like, flying bombers that are actually like just Charizards that spray hot flames down on their enemies. Or like fucking like cavalry Gyarados that spray like a constant hyper beam over the enemy forces. Like stuff like that sounds fucking amazing.
Yeah. No, give me a fucking like big JRPG level war, but it's Pokemon.
Yeah. Honestly, that sounds rad as hell.
They have Hisui. They could really do something like that. Even if it's not Hisui, even if it's some random, like, nothing region, I just think that'd be cool.
Like a modern war in Johto? Fuck yeah, I'm down.
What other Pokemon spin-offs are really good? I've literally played it on stream.
Mhm.
Oh, I have 2 here, actually. First, the Pokemon Stadium games.
Yeah.
Just fun fucking, like, battle sim type things.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Pokemon Battle Revolution was kind of the most recent one they made. And that was back when, you know, Diamond and Pearl and Heart Gold Soul Silver were a thing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gab. Have a fun time playing D&D.
But yeah, there's so much they could fucking do with this. And it baffles me every day why they don't. They stand to make so much profit if they would actually if they'd actually explore new avenues. There's so much they could do with this series. But they just refuse to because the shareholders and CEOs are like, no, you have a deadline. We need to release a new Pokemon game every single year for the next generation of 10-year-olds who are going to play it. And, like, okay, that business model that they have, I've been wanting to talk about this for the longest time. But I want to ask you a serious question.
Okay.
Do you have any young kids in your family?
Define my family.
Like, just any young relatives. Like, any young relatives that you see, like, often enough to know what kind of games they play. Like, I specifically ask because I ask, are they playing Pokemon?
The only relatives I have that are young in my family are, I have a 2-year-old cousin, twice removed.
Okay.
Like, distant fucking relatives that I see maybe once a year.
Okay. So I have a really, really big family.
Uh-huh. I also have a really big family, just none of us are young.
Yeah. Well, most, like, there's a lot of young kids in my like, basically what Nintendo's, like, target demographic is for the Pokemon games.
Uh-huh.
And, like, whenever I ask them about any games they're playing, it's never, like, they never play Pokemon. It's always stuff like Fortnite or, like, fucking, like, games with, like, memes in them. And
I
shit.
will stop you right there, because while I don't have young kids, I do work in childcare, and I would regularly have conversations with my, like, old school age kids about Pokemon. They would play games, like, games where they'd pretend to be Pokemon and shit like that.
Okay.
On our electronic days, like, I would bring my Switch, and, like, some of them would ask if they could play shit like Arceus on my Switch.
Okay.
So, I don't think it's young. I would say that the predominant age range I found was, like, 9 to 12.
Okay. But, well, see, the thing I'm trying to say is, like, the majority of, the large majority of Pokemon's fan base nowadays isn't, like, mostly, like, the younger kids. It's mostly, like, people in their mid-20s to early 30s.
Yeah. Well, the ones who grew up with it.
Yeah. Like, it's a large part of the fan base, and it baffles me, and I feel like Game Freak and the Pokemon Company are setting themselves up for failure if they don't take into account that, like,
audience.
That fan base. Yeah, that audience. If they don't ever take that audience into account, I feel like eventually they are going to set themselves up for failure. Like, one of the things that I hear thrown around about, like, Game Freak a lot is that they're too big to fail. But I feel like that kind of hubris is going to lead to their failure.
I mean, and I understand, I'm saying this and sounding completely hypocritical because I am one of these fans. There are some Pokemon fans that will always buy the next Pokemon game, myself included. They could give me, like, oh, here's, you know, the most bare bones world with the most generic looking fucking monsters you have ever seen. And, you know, literally nothing's different from the last game. And I'd still be like, alright, here's your $90 for it.
Yeah, and see, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. If people get enjoyment from it, I mean, that's fine. But that is not a strong enough audience to keep them going forever.
I'm inclined to disagree.
Okay, and that's fair, but I personally don't think they can go on forever like that.
Considering, you know, games like Sword and Shield happened, which was by far the biggest outcry to a new Pokemon game they've ever had. And those games were still the most top-selling Pokemon games at the time. Scarlet and Violet, same fucking thing.
Yeah. And see, that's what most disappoints me about it. Because I'm glad that people can have fun with it, but at the same time, part of me is just like, y'all deserve better.
Well, shifting this into a, and I'm sorry, for those who don't give a shit about it, or don't want to hear about it, shifting this into a more prevalent conversation in the VTuber community, you could say the same shit about a company like Niji-Sanji.
Okay.
Like, there's gonna be people that will always be supporting those idols, and will always be supporting Niji-Sanji.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Niji-Sanji is fucked up enough times in such a big way that people are starting to be like, oh, hey, wait a moment. I don't think Pokemon fans will die down until something like that happens.
Yeah,
does that make sense?
That's what I'm saying, though. I feel like that attitude that they have is going to lead to that.
That's fair. Who knows? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Like, I feel like eventually it's gonna lead to that, and then it's never gonna recover.
Anyways, if that wasn't clear, fuck Niji-Sanji. Anyways,
yes,
that's all I'm gonna say.
Absolutely. Fuck Niji-Sanji.
If we want to go into my thoughts on that, we'll be here all fucking day. But
yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't know. It is interesting though, because I know Game Freak has tried to branch out from games other than Pokemon and has failed miserably.
Yeah.
Like, their Little Town Hero, or whatever it was fucking bad.
Yeah.
I remember watching, a shout out to, and he's so much bigger than me, but shout out to Clemps, for those who know who Clemps is, or Zeke Marigold, as his VTubing shit started. I was, back in the day, like, I mean, I'm still a big fan of his, but, like, I was pretty well known in his community and like, you know, before I started VTubing. And I remember watching him talk about that fucking game and the mental breakdown he was having about having to play that game fully for a video he was doing. And was like, that game was so bafflingly awful. And the final boss was so tedious. And like, maniacal cackling sort of fucking insanity.
Oh, damn.
Like, yeah.
It was that rough?
It was rough.
Damn.
If anyone wants a good analysis on that entire thing, I highly recommend watching Clem's Little Town Hero review. Also just subscribing to Clem's, period. Very, very lovely dude.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. I'm not asking them to create other series or reinvent the wheel with Pokemon. I just want them to branch out a little bit more. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Clay,
is like,
if you're referring to Niji Sanji, it's a very big VTuber company who, to put things in as simple, jot notes as I can, refused to graduate one of their VTubers after, like, denying her tons of opportunities, then drove her to attempt. I'm not gonna elaborate on that, but if you know what that means, I'm sure you can fill in the blanks. And then proceeded to basically run what's now been going on for several weeks, smear campaign of her name. And, you know, drag their other talents down with it. Dog shit company.
Which has caused their stock to fucking plummet.
Down by, like, over 10%.
Yeah, just, like, fucking exploded downward.
And most of their talents have dropped at least 4,000 subscribers.
Yeah. Which, you know, I feel bad for the individual talents who don't want to do that shit.
Yeah.
And who are locked in via contract.
Hi, Kelsey. How are you doing? Yeah, no, it's... Sorry, I didn't want to elaborate into this because, especially after the recent thing that happened yesterday, I'm so mad about it.
Yeah.
I'm 100% convinced that a lot of those talents are basically being held at, you know, figurative gunpoint.
Yeah.
And are kind of just like, yeah, no, do what we want you to do or we'll fire you. And,
yep.
You know.
And, which is terrible, by the way. Fuck them even harder for doing that, but yeah.
My original point still stands.
Yeah.
Don't harass the livers. However, hate the fucking company.
Oh yeah, hate them as hard as you fucking can. Yeah. Because specifically, fuck Niji-san.
Yeah. Fuck any color as a company.
Yeah.
If you want to support corporate companies, I mean, that's on you. All corporations, I think, are a little evil.
Yeah.
But, you know, Hololive, VShojo, Idol Corp, stuff like that. From what I've gathered, a lot of those don't have at least as many glowing issues as Niji does.
Yeah. I mean, they're
still Fresh!
Business.
We're playing some fucking Pokemon XD.
Yeah.
We're grinding right now.
Yeah, we're just grinding. We are, in fact, both grinding. Y'all can see Bapple's game, but I am also currently just catching Pokemon in Arceus.
Oh, Excuse me.
Nice. Mostly because I just really fucking love Arceus, which led to our entire conversation about, like, Pokemon spin-off games.
Yeah, which then got derailed into, corporations and how they're evil
and how they suck.
I will check my posture. Thank you, Fresh. But yeah, moral of the story. Why did I use Magnitude? Togetic is a flying type. That was stupid. Moral of the story. There's a lot of cool spin-offs that Pokemon should do more shit with.
Yeah. Like, give us a Legend Celebi. Just fucking give me that. I'll pay any amount of money you want me to, Game Freak. Just give me that game, please.
Darkblade wants to learn Confuse Ray. I mean, Confusion's nice, but we don't really use Sand Attack. So maybe I'll get rid of Sand Attack. But yeah.
Please stop attacking me, Shinx.
I don't know, I just want Pokemon games to do cool things.
Yeah. And again, that's all I want too. Like, I just want them to do the more that they can do with these games.
You know what I want Pokemon games to really stop doing?
What?
I want Pokemon games to stop locking cool shit out into the post-game.
Yeah.
Why the fuck, with the Paradox Pokemon being as advertised as they were, can you not get them till basically the post-game?
Yeah, that fucking sucks.
Why can't I use a fucking Screamtail midway through the game?
Yeah, that's a good question, because we have Koraidon through the whole goddamn game.
Like, why? Why? And they did that with Megas, too. Like, the first time Megas were introduced in X and Y, you could access before the post-game of X and Y, I think you had access to 5 different Megastones. And that was one of the... no, 6. It was one of the... no, 5. Either way. It was one of the 3 starters, so you could only pick one of those.
Yeah.
Lucario, Gengar, and I think Abomasnow. And that's it. That's all you could get before the post-game.
Why would you lock out such a feature like that?
Well, especially because Mega Evolving was like the big thing in that game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why would you lock that out?
Why did Gen 4 piss you off, Fresh? I want thoughts. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Detective Pikachu? I'm not big on the games. I thought they were... well, the first one was fine, I guess. I love the movie, though. Think it's fun. Would love to see similar Pokemon movies. Ryan Reynolds as Detective Pikachu is an inspired choice.
Yeah. Ryan Reynolds as a Pikachu. I did not know he could pull that off, but by God, he pulled it off.
But yeah, I want the ability to use cool things.
Yeah.
In Pokemon games.
Yeah. I just want the ability to do cool things in Pokemon games.
Because the good Pokemon were post-game. That's valid.
Okay, yeah, that is kind of fair, actually.
Yeah, and that's just it. Like, that's how it is. And I hate it. Why? Why are you locking all these cool things out till late in the game?
I don't know why. I don't know. It feels like it's just arbitrary. Like, it's like how hardcore players kind of hate that they lock out the hardest mode until you beat the game once.
Yeah. I also
Just like
Pokemon is bad for this too, where they'll take something that people really love about the games and just decide to stop it. Like, oh, people love shiny hunting legendaries?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna make all the legendaries shiny locked.
That sucks.
And it's like, why?
I don't know, because we just hate you for some reason. And, like, that's what I was talking about. That mentality that they have, like, this open contempt for their fans.
Well, they've actively talked about how much they hate Nuzlocke shit. And it's like, why?
Yeah.
Because people want to play the game and make it fun in a whole new way?
Yeah.
That's what it's like. Don't get me wrong, I'll have fun replaying a Pokemon game. Just casually replaying it.
Yeah.
But I've done the majority of my replays as Nuzlocke because that's just a fun challenge.
Yeah.
And a way to play the game I love, but in a new, fun take on it.
And here's the thing, like, one of the things that made me disappointed that Koromon didn't pop off, was because it had that shit built in. Like, it had the Nuzlocke run just built in. It had the Team Rocket run built in. Like, I was disappointed that that didn't pop off. Because, and while I don't
Yeah,
typically do
monotype
Nuzlocke
runs. Monotypes are so fun, fresh. Let me show how my grass types can kick ass.
Yeah. Yeah, like, let us do stupid runs like that.
I've wanted, and I still will at some point, I think. I don't know when. I want to do a monotype grass run of Pokemon Infinite Fusion on stream. Where throughout the entire game, we're only allowed to use grass fusions. That's it.
Oh.
They can have a secondary typing. They just need to be grass.
Well, in that same vein, I guess I should do a Pokemon Infinite Fusion where I can only have fusions of Mr. Mime, so I can terrify people.
I did my Wailord run on my own. That's been fun.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah, there's some neat fusions for Wailord.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to do themselves a favor, look up Wailord and Snorlax. And also Wailord and Slacking. Those are two of my favorites.
Oh, I need to see this now. Okay, hold on.
Specifically, I like... for Wailord Slacking, I like Slacking face on Wailord body. And then for Wailord Snorlax, I like Wailord face on Snorlax body.
So, Wailord...
No Mr. Mime run.
Snorlax...
Let my Pokemon attack, god damn it.
Let's see here. Okay, so, oh yeah, it has like the little Waylord head, but like the round Snorlax body.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Waylord X. What was the other one?
Slacking.
Slacking. Let's see. Where is it? I typed it in and it hasn't given me that.
Hang on.
Oh god, I saw Waylord and not Waylord, Mr. Mime and Mewtwo. Oh god. Make me unsee that. Oh wait, here it is. Oh yeah, slacking body with like the
No.
The
Reverse that one. Do the Waylord body.
Okay, Waylord.
I love his
Waylord
face.
So it would be Waylord X slacking.
Yeah. I feel like I should be showing you guys chat. Hang on. Hang on. Let me pull up.
Yeah, no, for some reason it's not giving me an image result on this thing.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll just send it to you.
Okay. Oh, there is one for Camerupt. A Waylord and a Camerupt, which actually looks kind of cool.
Okay. That's Waylord and slacking, everyone.
Oh my god.
I love him. I love his silly little face.
Oh my god.
And then
He just looks so fucking done with everything. He's just like, yeah, fucking Mondays.
fucking Mondays, am I right?
Yeah. Oh god, he looks so fucking done.
There's so many good Waylord ones. I'm obsessed with them.
Yeah, as long as you don't fuse Waylord with Mr. Mime.
I'll fuse Waylord with everything.
He will eat you.
Everything.
Okay. Yeah, just remember, I gave you fair warning. Like, absolutely. The fusion of Waylord and Mr. Mime absolutely looks like it killed my parents.
When does Camerupt happen?
Hold on, let me check.
Level 33, so I'd need 3 more levels on Numel.
Yeah.
I'm kind of tempted to try and do that now. When does Sharpedo
We might as
happen?
well.
Oh, Sharpedo happens at level 30. Okay, so as soon as Carvana's level 30, it'll become Sharpedo. That's good.
Nice.
Okay. Well, I'll just keep Brimstone out in front then. I'll keep the EXP share on Gluttony till he evolves, and then...
Oh god, like, I love that. You see, that's another thing. Game Freak should make their own Infinite Fusion game. Why
But they
the
never
fuck
will.
not?
They never will.
But why?
Because it's a neat idea that ROM hackers came up with. They don't like ROM hacks and they don't like fan games.
Well, they need to get over their damn pride.
Yeah, I agree, but...
Like, again, that's another point towards them having seething contempt for their fan base. And I just don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either, but I think it would be like the coolest damn thing ever to have like a 3D Switch Nintendo supported fucking Infinite Fusion game. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
I'd play the shit out of that.
I know, and that's a whole other thing, Lucy. Like, I'm fine with the 3D models. I just wish they were actually interesting.
Yeah.
Like, the problem is the 3D models are very stagnant. They don't move.
Let's be honest, the animations for the 3D models are either jank as fuck or boring as sin. They're the most boring, janky things you can watch. Playing Sword and Shield, and like also the environments too. Like playing not Sword and Shield, playing Scarlet and Violet, you could take some of those 3D textures and put them in Super Mario 64 and it wouldn't look out of place.
Yeah, no, like, well, that's why playing this has been such a breath of fresh air of like, yeah, here's these 3D models and they move constantly.
And emote.
They emote. They, you know.
Yeah, this feels like it had a lot of love and passion and a development team that was actually given time to finish the product they were making.
I did some weird shit in X and Wonder Trade. Surprise Trade / Wonder Trade is so fucking fun. That is, to give Game Freak credit, that is one of the best things they've introduced in recent gens.
Yeah.
I love Surprise Trade, I love Wonder Trade. I love being able to do, like, and I know Game Freak doesn't like it, going back to that, but I love being able to do Wonder Locks, where it's a Nuzlocke, but every Pokemon you then trade, and you get a random Pokemon back. That's so fun.
That's actually kind of interesting.
Oh, it's so fun. I love it.
Yeah. I used to breed EVs and starters to send through there as, yo, damn, that's awesome.
I've gotten a lot of just people's shiny Pokemon from Wonder Trade because I imagine it's, you know, they'd Masuda method or mass breed, like, shinies. And once they, you know, get a shiny, there's no need for all the rest of the eggs. So, if they get another shiny, you might as well just send it off.
Oh, and Lucy actually brings up a point I almost forgot about. Can I just get the other two starters at some point in modern Pokemon games, please? Like, just at some fucking point. Like, it doesn't have to be early. It can stay until, like, the fucking end game if they want. But, like, give me the other two starters without me having to beg friends or random people online to trade them to me.
Fuck trade evolutions as a whole.
Yeah.
I hate... And...
That was the one thing Arceus will always have.
that over the main games is that it said, you know what? Fuck the trade evolutions. It's just an items.
And you
it's
know,
just an item,
you know what
like,
they
an
stole that
evolution
from?
stuff. What?
Fan games and ROM hacks.
Fuck yes.
That's been a thing in, like, a lot of different Pokemon ROM hacks for a long time. Because, you know, you can't trade. So, here's just an item to evolve all the trade evos.
Here you go. Trade evolution unlocked. Fucking yes. And it felt so good the first time I saw that in Arceus. Like, I was going around checking out the shops in town, and I saw that little stand, and I was like, what's this place? Oh, I get points by finding random Pokemon trainers' satchels out in the wild. That's cool. So what can I get here? And then I saw the link cable item, and I was like, thank you, God.
Yeah, I never had friends who played Pokemon games.
Yeah.
So I couldn't evolve a lot of my Pokemon when I was a kid. Do you know how shitty it was getting a shiny Geodude and being unable to evolve it into Golem because you didn't know anyone?
Yeah.
That sucked!
Yeah, I had the same problem when I was a kid. So I had to save up some money, get a second Game Boy, get a second version of the game, get the other version of the game, and then play through it. And every link cable I ever got worked once, and then died.
Yeah,
So,
like, I had my sister who played Pokemon as well, but my sister was a bitch. She didn't want to trade with me. Like...
Yeah, that was the dumbest thing ever. And it was all just a market ploy, too.
Yeah. Anyways, let's move on from shitting on Pokemon, because we've been doing that for the past hour and a half.
Yeah. What's some other games?
Some other games, period?
Yeah, some
oh
other
man,
games
I've never played another game before. Fuck.
A little, like any other series you're really passionate about.
I mean, Spyro.
Yeah.
I'm very passionate about Spyro. I want a new Spyro game more than I want Oxygen. I would sell my soul and my firstborn for a new Spyro game.
I mean, Crash Bandicoot 4 happened, so possible.
Oh yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of things are possible.
Yeah.
I want... And this isn't me saying Tears of the Kingdom is a bad game.
Mm-hmm.
I want a good, classic, going from, like, dungeon to dungeon Zelda game again.
Okay. Like, maybe something like Twilight Princess?
Yeah, like, I want a Twilight Princess or an Ocarina of Time-esque game where it's, here's your grand adventure, now go, you know, do the story, and you'll discover this thing that leads you to this temple.
Yeah.
Because that's the Zelda games I fucking love. And that's not to say Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are bad, they're just not...
They're just not entirely your cup of tea.
And this might be a hot take. I will hydrate. Thank you, Varian. I think you could have thrown any character in any world into Breath of the Wild. Or made an entirely original game.
Yeah. Honestly, yes.
And it would still be exactly the same. People bought it because Zelda, let's be real.
Yeah.
But
it also turned out to be a legitimately just good game.
But it could have been any fucking big epic fantasy game.
Yeah. I think
it doesn't feel like a Zelda game to me, you know?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
And yeah, no, that's absolutely fair. I think if it was its own thing, it still would have done just as well.
Yeah.
Because it was well built. And I'll admit, I'm an old school Zelda fan, and when I saw Breath of the Wild, I was very hesitant to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I saw how different the system was, I saw the open world, and I was like, does that really work for a Zelda game, though? And, I had my concerns, but, when I actually got into it and played it, I was like, yeah, no, actually, this is amazing.
Yeah, it's... And this is going to go on, a greater tangent. But I feel like that's a... And I know we were kind of just talking about the opposite of this with Pokemon.
Yeah.
But I feel like so many game devs feel the need to make, a big change to formula.
Yeah.
For their games. And...
Well...
I'm like, do you, though?
Here's the thing.
Happy to play just a Zelda game. I'm happy to play...
Hi, Jeannie.
Hi, Jeannie. How are you doing? Just a Pokemon game. And maybe that just says a lot about me as a gamer. I enjoy a much more simplistic adventure.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that, because as you have stated before, there is no universal game that everybody is going to love.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah. There is no game that every single person in the world is going to love, because everybody's got different tastes.
Uh-huh.
And see, here's the thing. The problem with, everyone wanting to reinvent their games is because, everybody's always crying out for, new innovations in gaming without stopping to realize, okay, so I'm gonna go into, AI content and stuff, but specifically, I want to preference this with fuck AI content specifically.
Okay.
But, here's the thing. They asked, someone asked an AI bot if an AI bot could create a video game, and it answered the most perfect way as to why that would be a bad idea.
Okay.
Because all it would be doing is just shoving content in there. Because it's not, it's not good content, it's just more content.
Yeah.
And the problem is I feel like everybody tries, every game company tries to reinvent the wheel every time, when game devs should just find, okay, what's the thing this series does really, really good?
Uh-huh.
Okay, how can we improve that one thing even more? How can we make that more fun? Let's focus on just this one thing instead of throwing in a bunch of other things.
Yeah,
to pad out the content.
Again. And there's a lot... What I'm gonna say sounds bad, but I want you all to keep in mind that I am the greatest indie game fan. I have a library of nearly 600 games on Steam. I think 550 of those are indies.
Yeah.
I love indie games. However, with that being said, I've played a lot of indie games. I think there's a big problem where devs are just like, I have all these ideas. How do I put them all, like, together? Instead of, I have all these ideas, now which one do I want to focus on?
Yeah, exactly. They need, like, indie devs and AAA devs, too. Need to
it's not that much. It's just, like, nearly 600. It's fine.
Like, they need to find one thing to excel at with the game. At most, like, 2 things. Fine, you can have 2 things, but make those 2 things really, really, really fucking fun.
Yeah.
Focus on that.
And
you don't need, like, a bajillion different, like, pieces of content. You just need to focus on these few things.
Yeah, I don't want... I don't want a game that's a mix of Zelda, Stardew, Pokemon, fucking Final Fantasy, and whatever else all together.
Yeah.
Just...
We don't need you to throw everything into a blender for us.
And that's not just an indie game problem.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah,
want...
no, that.
It's
a AAA development problem too.
That's kind of relevant because Death and I recently played Pal World, and it is very much not for me.
Yeah.
It's not my cup of tea. It feels...
Yeah.
It doesn't have enough of the crafting elements to make it a fun crafter to me. It doesn't...
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big survival game fan, so the survival game aspects are already lost on me. It doesn't have what I'm looking for in a creature collector. It's yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys are wondering if she'll ever play it on the channel, the answer is no.
Oh, I wasn't gonna stream it, ever. Anyways.
Yeah.
I made my stance on that pretty clear, I think, with the, 12,000 liked tweets of me suggesting tons of other Monster Tamer games for people to play.
Yeah. Yeah. And which, like, in some instances, blending can work. And, like, again, it's accounting for taste, because I love it. I like Pal World. But it's not gonna fit everybody.
Clay, dear God, that is so accurate. I like crafting in games. I don't want it in every single game.
Yeah, okay.
Stop giving me crafting in games.
That's a very good point right there. Okay, crafting may work in this game, but I don't need to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare macaroni art. Fucking no. You don't need to put that in there.
You've been playing Digimon World 4 with your best friend, Baron? I remember Digimon World 4, and I don't remember enjoying it. Granted, that was when I was a kid, so who knows, maybe my, opinions would change as an adult, but...
Well, Digimon games usually ranged between pretty good and, dear God, everyone who was involved in the development of this deserves to be shot out of a cannon directly into hell.
This game is great, or, man, you're a fucking sadist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Digimon games in a nutshell.
Why am I playing this?
That being said, would love to play Cyber Sleuth on stream some point.
Oh yeah, no, same.
Cyber Sleuth is so fun.
Yeah.
I've been having a real itch to replay it, to be honest.
Like, Cyber Sleuth is the only Digimon game that every Digimon fan actually agrees is a good game.
Yeah.
Because everybody, fights over which Digimon game is actually good, but like one person will say like, oh, this one has all this stuff, and like, but then another person will chime in like, yeah, but what about this thing that's in there? And then, but like when you bring up Cyber Sleuth or Hacker's Memory, they're like, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, no, that one was solid. I understand that.
That was good.
I think and Jaden Animations, I think, put it best when she made her video on, like, Pokemon fan plays Digimon for the first time.
Yeah.
Of, if you're someone looking to play a Digimon game for the first time, though,
yeah,
that's probably not what you're looking for.
Yeah, probably.
Like, it's very story-focused, which I like,
yeah.
But...
Well, see, here's the thing. Between, like, everybody always compares Digimon and Pokemon, and here's the thing I found, the correlation between the two. Pokemon has always had, like, the higher selling games and has, like, the flagship game franchise and everything, and, like, has a bunch of interesting side games. The main games may have grown stale, but in their heyday, they were, like, the top creature collector to have.
Yeah.
Whereas like the anime and like the story of Pokemon is just kind of meh.
No, that's somewhere where Digimon absolutely excels. Digimon has an amazing story.
Yeah, Digimon excels. Like the games, like 80% of them are fucking garbage, and the ones that are actually good are just like passable or okay or kind of fun. But none of them are really amazing. But when you get down to like the manga, the anime, the lore, and the design of the creatures, that's where Digimon like really fucking shine.
I'm gonna stop and say, Gen 5 has an amazing story. Gen 5 is where Pokemon story is peaked. Gen 5's story is genuinely amazing, and I will hold to that. I think Scarlet and Violet has a fine story there, and I think there's parts of it I like more than others.
Yeah, that's what I'd say too. Its story was okay, but like there were some parts where I was just like, yeah, I'm not vibing with this.
But like I remember, and keeping in mind, like this is Digimon Season 1. That I'm gonna be talking about. Like, Digimon Adventure, the OG. I watched that with my sister, I wanna say, like, however many years back.
Yeah.
And I was shocked by how well it actually, like, was written. Like, of course it's still designed with kids in mind. And, you know, there's the moments of, yeah, we're gonna use the power of friendship.
Yeah, we'll beat you, Myotismon, with the power of friendship. And they literally get shot with arrows of friendship and light.
But, like,
I'm just like...
I remember... Oh, 2 spot monitor responses. Hell yeah. I remember, like, the fucking episode where Tai basically pressures Agumon to Digivolve.
Yeah.
Past, like, Greymon to Ultimate.
Yeah.
And,
he
becomes
into Skull Greymon.
Skull Greymon because he's just like, oh, it's another Trapinch.
Like, and that's another thing that's really good about Digimon. The bond between Tamer and Digimon feels a lot stronger than the bond between Trainer and Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. No, I'll agree to that.
Yeah. Because, like, it feels at best the Pokemon are pets, but with Digimon, they're partners.
Yeah, no, like, I was very just shocked at how real, like, Digimon was. Like, you know,
Okay.
it was showing shit like Gatomon was getting abused by Myotismon.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
Season 2, her and Kari both have PTSD, basically, where Kari's having
from
these
watching
freaky...
Wizardmon die.
Kari has these freaky fucking, like, nightmares where she's seeing shit.
Yeah.
Also,
like-
again, I know I've talked about it on stream before, so sorry if y'all have heard me say this before, but the first chunk of Digimon Adventure Try, fucking phenomenal. The
Yeah,
Patamon
absolutely.
episode still consistently makes me bawl.
Yeah.
And spoilers for anyone who hasn't watched Digimon Adventure Try. So, I'm saying this now, so mute yourselves. I'll type in chat when we're done. Patamon basically gets, like, the great Digivirus thing that's killing off and making Digimon, like, feral.
Yeah.
And, you know, keeping in mind the fact that Patamon is canonically a child,
Yep.
like, Patamon gets this and says to TK, like, hey, TK, make sure that you kill me before I hurt my friends, okay?
Yeah.
Like,
Like-
you know,
Like he is begging his tamer to make sure that, like, if I go crazy, I need you to kill me.
yeah, please
Before
don't
I
let me
hurt
hurt my
someone.
friends.
Yeah.
That's
like,
so fucked for a
fucking-
child to be saying.
Oh, you want to talk about something that's fucked for a child? Season 3, Digimon
Sorry,
Tamers.
I'm gonna just type in chat that we're done talking about that specifically.
Okay. Okay. Well,
You can
I'm gonna
keep
be
going.
talking about Tamer spoilers. Okay. So, Digimon Tamers. Fucking hell, everything with Jerry near the end. Holy fucking shit. Okay, so first off, have you ever seen Digimon Tamers?
I haven't since I was a kid though. It's one of those
Okay.
things that I keep telling myself I'm going to rewatch because people say that Tamers is like the best one, and I'm like,
It is.
I don't remember liking it, but I think
Yeah.
that was because I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay,
I think
so it
now it
absolutely-
probably would be the best one.
It absolutely is. Okay, so, do you remember Impmon?
Yeah, I remember it, Mom.
Okay.
I
so
remember
he
like
makes-
the characters and the general story, and
Yeah.
just like,
He ends up making a deal with the Devas, which our main characters were fighting at the time. So when he and the main characters actually go to the digital world, Ipmon makes a deal with the Devas to become a Mega himself and starts fighting the other, our heroes, like at every turn.
yeah,
And their other friends who had just gotten their own Digimon before they actually came to the digital world are there with them. Jerry has Leomon, and holy shit, Leomon like sort of became a second father to her because since Jerry's mother died, her father had been distant from her because he was dealing with his own grief, but it was also mentally torturing Jerry to a point. And the thing is that when Beelzemon and Leomon met in the battlefield, Beelzemon killed Leomon in front of Jerry.
yeah. No, I remember that.
She watched him die, and this was enough to push Takato over the edge that he became so consumed by his anger, he started screaming at Guilmon, "I order you to digivolve to Mega." And when he does, he turns into a twisted version of himself called Megidramon. And finally, when Takato is able to pull himself out of his anger and realizes the harm that he's done, both of them fuse together into the coolest fucking Digimon ever, Gallantmon. And when they do, like, they say the coolest fucking speech ever. They look at Beelzemon and say, Beelzemon, you have rejected every friendship offered you, and in turn, you have killed a valiant soul. For all of your crimes, you cannot be forgiven. And so they immediately go to fight Beelzemon. Yeah, and immediately they are fighting Beelzemon. They almost kill him, but the one who stops him from killing Beelzemon is Jerry. And then she looks at Beelzemon and, like, he's confused. He's like, why are you sparing me? What is this, pity? And she says, no, it's not. I hate you, and I'll never stop hating you. But I've seen enough death.
Oh, and fucking Digimon, man!
It gets worse for her. Okay, so, like, after they find the true enemy as to why the Devas, like, have been attacking the real world... Don't mind us,
we're just going into Digimon lore.
Yeah. Apparently, there's this fucking thing called the D-Reaper that is just, like, a deletion program. Yeah, it just eats Digimon's data. And so they go back to the real world to start preparing to fight the D-Reaper as it's going to cross over into their world and start deleting everything. But after they get back to the real world, Jerry starts acting really weird. She's distant, static. It's almost like she's not the same fucking person. Turns out she's not, because the D-Reaper replaced her with one of its agents and has been holding the real Jerry hostage while mentally fucking torturing her to make her relive the moment her mother died over and over again.
Digimon's fucked, man.
Yeah, and even more so, like, Beelzemon actually tries to redeem himself.
Yeah, I remember that.
We find out Imon's backstory, which, he apparently was the Digimon, and his tamers were these two bratty kids who would always fight over him. So he ran away, trying to prove that he didn't need a tamer to be strong. And when Beelzemon goes to fight the D-Reaper to try and save Jerry, like, it starts repeating the same phrase in Jerry's voice over and over again, destroyed Leomon. And Beelzemon snaps at this thing. He's like, shut up!
It's a kid show, says Clay.
Yeah. He says, I know what I've done is unforgivable. I'm not asking for forgiveness. But no matter what it costs me, I am going to save Jerry. And he breaks through the shield that's holding her, and at first, like, Jerry, in her stupefied state, thinks that Leomon has come back to life to try and save her.
Conversation, not go into full-on, like, entire end of Tamers analysis.
No, I need to now. Fucking, like, he reaches in and Jerry realizes that it's not Leomon. He's like, Jerry, just give me your hand. I can pull you out of here. And she says stunned, like, you're not Leomon. And, like, fucking Beelzemon is just like, it rips his fucking heart out. And he's pleading with her. He's like, Jerry, please take my hand. Please let me save you.
I am gonna stop you as someone who, you know, would like to rewatch Tamers at some point soon. I'm getting the feeling like I don't need to, because you're kind of giving me everything.
Oh, that's not everything. Trust me. I've only gotten on the tip of the iceberg, but you see what I fucking mean, right?
I do.
Like, holy shit. Like,
yeah.
I feel like I like running some dark, morally gray D&D campaigns, but Digimon will do stuff I can never do.
Honestly.
Fucking, like, I feel like I feel like, okay, Digimon wasn't afraid to cover the dark stuff.
Yeah.
And they did
That's
it in
where
a way
Pokemon
that the young... Yeah.
That's where Pokemon lacks. Like, Pokemon has always been for kids and consistently for kids. But I think... Look, Death goes on and on about Digimon lore. I can go on and on about musical theater. We all have our niches.
It's just specifically Tamers. Like, I just love Tamers that much.
Someone redeem another Tell Me About a Musical redeem. I'll talk about Wicked. We'll be here for another 20 minutes. Like...
Yeah. But it's just like... It talked about it in a way that the kids watching could understand.
Lucy, that's a musical theater fun fact, redeem.
Yeah.
But a musical theater fun fact is that do I have a Wicked one? Now that I'm thinking.
Yeah. Do a fun fact about Wicked.
I don't know if I have like Wicked fun facts. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I can't think of one. But I will give just a musical theater fun fact about my favorite musical, aka Hadestown.
Ooh.
In that all of the Hadestown original Broadway cast got to influence some part of their, like, costume. So, like, Hades has a tattoo of a brick wall. Orpheus's suspenders. Rings and feathers with different, like, chain links. Symbolize, like, Eurydice wanting to be free. But all the original Broadway cast got to influence that. They all got to pick, like, an aspect of the costume to kind of, like, stay permanent. Which I just think is really cool.
I will say one Digimon series that I really dislike is Data Squad.
I would like to give Data Squad a fair chance. I didn't like it as a kid, but I'm not gonna lie, that entirely boiled down to the fact that the main character, I don't even remember his name, the main dude didn't have goggles, and that rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah. And also, like, I love the designs, but fuck, I hated the story.
Yeah, I'd like to give it a fair chance, because I have no idea. Why?
Yeah, go ahead.
Did...
Yeah.
Gluttony is level 30.
Really?
Why isn't Gluttony evolved? Do we have a rare candy?
Check some. Let me check something.
I thought it was level 30, that's what it said. Was it because he had fainted?
Possibly.
Fucking...
Just feed him a rare candy, he'll evolve then.
I don't have one, I don't think.
Oh.
I was looking
That
because
sucks.
I was like, yeah, I'll just feed him a rare candy if we have one, but I don't think we do. Fucking, now I have to get him to level 31. Okay. Once Gluttony evolves, then we'll probably wrap the stream up. It's getting to be my bedtime.
Well, this page is telling me everything but the level he fucking... Oh, there it is. Yeah, it is 30.
Yeah, so it might just be because he was fainted.
Yeah, probably.
Well, on the plus side, Brimstone should be evolving pretty soon, too.
Oh, fuck yeah, let's go.
Not quite yet, but pretty soon.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't get KO'd.
Yeah. Well, he'll be evolving at level 33, not 32,
Okay.
so...
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't worry, Lucy. I'm done. I'm done with my rant.
Now, for me about Wicked.
Yeah. Go on. I had mine.
Okay,
You
so...
should have yours.
So, Wicked is the first musical I ever truly fell in love with. It's
Okay.
basically the story of the Wizard of Oz, but told from the point of view of the Wicked Witch.
Ooh.
And how she became the Wicked Witch. And, you know, really interesting spin. Basically goes on to detail, like, her life of prejudice, and that her skin was green, her, like, magical powers that she always kind of just had, and her capacity to be a witch, in a way that, like, no one else really could.
Yeah.
And her friendship with the good witch, Glinda. So the story is, like, big on this kind of idea of friendship and, you know, like, the idea that, and it's taken directly from the song Defying Gravity, that everyone deserves the chance to fly. Like, everyone deserves the chance to live their life. Everyone deserves the chance to, you know, blossom and...
Yeah.
And I fucking adore this musical, even though I can acknowledge that it's not the greatest musical. It's one that I just, like, fucking adore because it's really important to me. And again, first musical I ever really saw and ever really fell in love with.
Yeah. I mean, and that again, it comes down to what, like, an individual's taste. I'm gonna say something. I love the Kingdom Hearts series. I can admit that it's a fan fiction written by a monkey, but I love it.
Yeah, that's one way to describe it.
I think that's part of the reason I love it, is because of its absurdity.
Yeah,
I know
that's
every
fair.
bit of fucking lore about it, and I'll say it. Besides the ending, I even like Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, everybody was disappointed by that, but the majority of my experience, I enjoyed.
I wouldn't say everybody. I had a lot of people very mad at me for not liking Kingdom Hearts 3 when it first came out.
Really?
Yeah, I had tons of friends that were like, "Oh, how could you not like it? Blah 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 blah." And I'm like, because it sucks.
They probably don't have that. They probably don't have that opinion now.
I don't know. But sorry, going back to Wicked.
Yeah.
The Wicked movie is coming out. And
Yeah.
I am concerned.
Oh.
For starters, I don't like Ariana Grande. She is playing Glinda. I think that's a poor choice. I think they could have cast a lot of actresses that would have done that job a lot better, and the only reason they cast her is because she's Ariana fucking Grande.
Wow.
I mean, I know she's a big musical theater fan. She's been in, like, some small musical things. I don't think she's been good in any of them.
Okay.
So, I think she's going to really drag that production down. I think her singing will be great. I think her acting will be subpar at best. Yeah, sorry, this is me hating on Ariana Grande. I don't like her. I think she's a bad actress.
Oh, wow.
And
I mean, I barely know who you're talking about, so
in the little teaser they showed, like, it looks great. You can hear the music in the background. None of the characters actively sing in the trailer, but it's just a little teaser trailer, so I'm willing to give that, like, time.
Okay.
But I'm worried because a big story to the show is, you know, the character of Elphaba, who's the Wicked Witch,
Okay.
and the fact that, you know, she's green. She's been green her entire life. She's been, you know, considered a freak for having green skin.
Yeah, rude.
And in the trailer, there's this little bit where, like, Galinda's like, "You're green." And she's like, "I am." As if it's like a question? Like she's surprised that she's green? And I'm like,
Okay.
what? That's weird.
Why is she surprised by that?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm wondering. And then there's also been this trend lately where musical movies, or movie musicals rather, have been trying to like hide the fact that they're musicals. Gluttony's evolving! Let's go! Perfect timing.
There we go.
But, like, Mean Girls is a great example of this. Like, the latest Mean Girls musical movie. Color Purple, another great example. But we're like, the movie almost doesn't want to show that it's a musical.
Why?
I don't know. I think there's this idea from people who are making musical movies that, oh yeah, we need to pander to an audience of people who don't like musicals. And it's like, no, don't fucking do that. Pander specifically to the audience that likes musicals, because they're the ones that'll be coming to see it.
Yeah, fucking, again, they're doing the same thing that, like, that game companies are doing. They're trying to pander to everybody. Choose an audience, fucking stick with it.
Yeah. And the Mean Girls movie really, like, that was its greatest fault. I thought it was a fine movie, but they tried to make all the musical songs really, like, poppy, and the singing wasn't great, and every time there was supposed to be, like, a great fucking, like, belty note, that just never happened. Like, they tried to make music with the idea of top 40s in mind, and not like...
Not, like, actual, like, musical numbers.
Yeah, which sucks, because the Mean Girls musical is actually pretty good. Clay, you don't want to know my fucking thoughts on the Into the Woods movie.
Oh, fuck.
You don't want to hear those thoughts. I could write you an essay.
Damn.
I do not like it. It's bad. They butchered one of the best musicals I've ever seen.
Damn.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Anyways. What are your thoughts on the animated movie Strange Magic? I've never seen it, so I don't have any.
I liked it.
However, friends, as much as I'd love to rant about musicals and my grievances for certain musical things, specifically movie musical things,
Yeah.
I do need to be getting to bed.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that pesky capitalism says we gotta go to work tomorrow.
It's a fun musical movie, would suggest checking it out. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I watch a lot of, like, musicals turned into movies, or movies turned into musicals. Like, you know, I've seen In the Heights, I've seen Tick Tick Boom, I've seen Into the Woods, I've seen Dear Evan Hansen, regrettably. I've seen the Mean Girls movie, I've seen all the classics like Hairspray, Singing in the Rain, fucking Mamma Mia, Grease.
Yeah. I think the worst adaptation of anything I've ever seen was The Last Airbender from M. Night Shyamalan.
That's so valid. The worst
Oh,
adaptation of anything I've ever seen is the Dear Evan Hansen movie.
The what movie?
The Dear Evan Hansen movie. It's based on the musical. And it took everything I loved about the musical and shat on it.
Wow.
Just took a big fat dump all over it.
Yeah. Yeah, the M. Night Shyamalan Last Airbender felt like a Wikipedia recap that got all the names wrong. I fucking hated that. I hate it so much. I need to one day make a video about that.
Well, now we have topics for next time.
Yeah.
But for now, friends, we're gonna throw a raid over to someone. I will not be streaming tomorrow because it's Valentine's Day and I'm gonna be spending that time with my Skelly. Death, are you doing anything tomorrow?
Tomorrow I am starting my Lies of P playthrough.
Okay, so y'all know who you should watch instead. Go watch Death instead.
Yeah, watch me get my ass kicked as Twink Pinocchio.
Yeah. Who doesn't want to see Twink Pinocchio?
Who doesn't want to see him get his ass beat?
Yeah. That's
Oh,
important. I
fucking
want to
again.
watch. Anyways.
Oh, God.
On that note, we are going to throw a raid over to, let's see. I follow so many folks. Let's throw a raid over to... I want to, raid someone I haven't raided in a long time. I just don't know who.
Oh. Let me see if I've got anybody.
Do y'all want to watch Pal World shit?
I mean, Pokemon to Pal World seems pretty
seem
fitting.
pretty fitting.
Yeah. Considering nobody can stop comparing it, even though the game is more like Ark, actually.
Yeah. Do y'all want to watch Pal World?
We'll take their silence as a yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna take your silence as a yes. And I'm gonna send y'all over to ENVTuber. He is a goblin, well, specifically he's a were-bulbin. Bulblin. So, goblin meets werewolf kind of thing. Super interesting, just character in general. Cute, fuzzy goblin model. Ian rated us the other day, so we're returning the favor.
Yeah. Backflip into there, everybody.
Hell yeah. Alright, folks. Have a good rest of your night. Make sure that you watch Death tomorrow, because I won't be streaming.
Yeah. They'll be kissing her Skelly boy.
Bye-bye, friends. Peace.